folks, it is that time of year, so you might have guessed it. It's Halloween week, and I've got a gift request from David Baumer, who wanted me to do Charlie Daniels' Legend of Wooley Swamp in honor of Halloween. So it's a couple days early, but because David made the gift yesterday and I get these up quickly, and he said it's Halloween week, I think it's okay to put up now, sort of in the Halloween spirit. And I did this one a year or two ago. Dan Sigurdsson had made a gift to the channel for me to do this one a while back, but some things are timeless, like the Monster Mash. That song is played every single year, a million times over, and it's still kind of fun. And then it gets put on the shelf, collects dust, then you dust it off. But the Legend of Wooley Swamp, Charlie Daniels, I was looking over the number of requests I did of Charlie's because I knew I had done this one, so I checked my records. He's got a number of songs that I've given 10, the rating of 10 to. I'd forgotten about that, because I do so many artists and so on over the years, and it's just, not all of it stays up in the old cranium. But in fact, there was one that got blocked. That leave this old country boy alone on the David Letterman show, that was blocked, but there were others that are successfully uploaded. But anyway, let's see yet again what Charlie's got for us with the Legend of Wooley Swamp. Here we go. David, thank you for this gift, my friend. Why would you go with
things crawling, things flying, things creep around on the ground? And they say the ghost of Lucius Clay gets up and he walks around, but I couldn't believe it.
Love that.
I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it.
Love that.
Cause I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself. There's some things in this world you just can't explain. The old man lived in the Wooley Swamp way back in Booger Woods. He never did do a lot of harm in the world, but he never did do no good. People didn't think too much of him, they all thought he acted funny. The old man didn't care about people anyway, all he cared about was his money. He'd stuff it all down into mason jars and he'd bury it all around. And on certain nights, if the moon was right, he'd dig it out of the ground. He'd pour it all out on the floor of his shack and run his fingers through it. Yeah, Lucius Clay was a greedy old man, and that's all that there was to it. But I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. Cause I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself.
That's true. You tried.
Cable boys was white trash who lived over on Carver's Creek. They were mean as a snake and sneaky as a cat and belligerent when they'd speak. One night the oldest brother said, "Y'all meet me in the Wooley Swamp later, and we'll take old Lucius's money and we'll feed him to the alligators." They found the old man out in the back with a shovel in his hand, 13 rusty mason jars he just dug up out of the sand. And they all went crazy and they beat the old man and they picked him up off of the ground and threw him in the swamp and stood there and laughed as the black water sucked him down. Then they turned around and went back to the shack, picked up the money and ran. They hadn't gone nowhere when they realized they were running in quicksand. And it's
I'm just wondering who wrote this. There's so many parts to it. Now, somebody who doesn't live near a swamp, or at some point hadn't lived near one, couldn't write this. I just don't think you can. I mean, I'm a Jersey guy, so I don't have a connection to it. We have marshes. I mean, I live near one, and by the Jersey Shore, but I mean, we don't go out in it. But I guess if you live near the Delta or wherever, I mean, it's gonna happen. Quicksand would suck too, by the way.
Struggled and they screamed, but they couldn't get away. And just before they went under, they could hear that old man laughing in a voice as loud as thunder. That's been 50 years ago, and you can go by there yet. There's a spot in the yard in the back of that shack where the ground is always wet. And on certain nights, if the moon is right down by that dark footpath, you can hear three young men screaming. You can hear one old man laugh. If you ever go back in the Wooley small way, you better not go at night. There's things out there in the middle of the woods that make a strong man die with pride.
I like the guitar
Things that
work.
crawl and things that fly, things that creep around on the ground. And they say the ghost of Lucius Clay gets up and he walks around, but I couldn't believe it.
Love
I
that.
just had to find out for myself, and I couldn't conceive it. Cause I never would listen to nobody else, and I couldn't believe it. I just had to find out for myself, and there's some things in this world you just can't explain.
And did he go there?
Some things in this world you just can't explain.
You can only experience them. It's Skinner-dish. Yeah. Yeah. Skinner is funny. Skinner's got a song called Swamp Music, and it is a dancing song, man. You have to move around. Definitely a rock song, Southern rock, but definitely got that groove and that beat. And but there are elements in this song too that were just, I mean, I love that transition into, but I couldn't believe it. That line, just what they did in the song, I don't even know what you call it. It's not a bridge. I don't think it's something else. But I love that. So David, what do I do with this one? Do I rate this one? I can rate this one. I don't remember what I rated it last time, but man, the song, the storyline, this whole thing is intriguing. And it's brilliant to me in so many ways. I love the instrumentation. You could get so swept up in the storyline of this thing, of these douchebags who went over to rob him, Lucius, right? And then what were the name of the boys, the brothers that were like, yeah, we're going to go rob them. They wound up sinking in quicksand. Nobody wins in this story. But, the haunting part of it, which is the very Halloweenish part of it, is that you can hear those boys screaming and an old man laughing, like if you go through there. But all right, I'm going to rate this one. And the number that popped into my head immediately was a 9.5. Don't know why it wasn't a 10. Well, 9.5 popped into my head. That's what I'm going with, David. So thank you for this Halloween gift, this haunting story. And greed will get you nowhere. Well, that's not entirely true. If they had succeeded, it would have gotten them as mason jars. But if there's divine retribution, which in this case now there was sandy retribution. They sank and died, but you just hope people don't get away with stuff. Who knows how all that works. But all right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. Have a great Halloween, and keep rocking the country.